Happy Thanksgiving to my American audience, which makes up the vast majority of my audience. So happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this on Thanksgiving. I really wasn't going to put out a video this weekend because, well, it's Thanksgiving and probably not a lot of people are going to be watching YouTube. But, you know, I'm chilling. I'm sitting here. It's double XP weekend on Black Ops 6, so I've been doing a little bit of that. But I'm waiting to go practice. And I'm like, this is actually really interesting to me. It's a bad time to make a video, but I'm going to make the video anyways because I'm on this channel, on Nate Everson Golf. Doesn't really matter. We're just chatting to you guys, so we can make videos whenever we want to make videos. We break the rules here. Speaking of rule breaking, Rick Shiels, Grant Horvat have some bad news for YouTube Golf. It's interesting. I've listened to a bit of the first one, but I wanted to watch it with you and kind of react together. These are some clips that have come out from Peter Fitch's Rough Cut podcast. You can see over here on the screen. Rick Shiels is worried about the future of YouTube Golf. The takes are interesting. So let's watch together. We're just going to react together in real time.
We spoke to Grant again, just bringing him. He was speaking about what his sort of perception of in 2 years' time, how he thinks YouTube Golf is what it's going to turn into. Have you got like an idea in your mind of like, or is it just still kind of like just going with the flow of it a little bit?
I don't know what Grant said, but I'm worried.
Yeah, he's worried
about YouTube Golf.
Yeah, he's worried.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's in the best place right now.
Yeah.
I think there's way too many creators. I think it's become outrageously saturated.
Yeah.
And I think it's good for the viewer, but I think there's too much choice.
Yeah.
I think really, really good videos are getting punished.
Yeah.
Because
Okay, first pause. So, it's interesting. He's not making worse videos than he's made before. He's still making like good quality YouTube Golf videos. But it's like, these are the videos that break through. The problem Rick faces is like the videos that used to really consistently pull him higher views are just not so much anymore. Like, you know, he's had a good little stretch here recently. Obviously the 1.7 million here, the Harry Kane video did well. Peter Finch did well. But I mean, you know, Tiny Driver 156, played every hole, tried to do a creative different video, 140, Strongest Man 283. Break 75 is over. You know, he's had some videos that have gone up and down, but in general, like Rick Shiels used to, at least in my mind, be sitting minimum like 400,000 views a video, and Break 75s would get up to like 750,000. Now it's not uncommon to see Rick have videos under 300,000 views, to see Rick have videos even under 200,000 views. So my point is that Rick is like, his channel is, it hasn't gotten any worse, but his viewership has gone down, if that makes sense. And it's due to what he's saying here. He's not creating worse videos, but there's just so much more choice. And naturally, when there's so much more choice, viewership across the board is going to go down. You see that with basically all the big channels that were around 5 years ago and all pulling huge views. A lot of them are now experiencing lower view counts. Like literally just pick a channel that has been around for like 5+ years in YouTube Golf. They're all experiencing lower view counts. Peter Finch, good. GM Golf, like they're all, Rick Shiels, like they're all in the same boat. They're not necessarily making worse content. It's just there's so many other people making also awesome content that it's like a rising tide raises all ships, until a point where there's 7 to 8 hours of premium YouTube Golf content being uploaded every day. So people are just having to pick and choose. Most human beings, like I watch maybe 30 minutes of YouTube Golf a day. I watch it with my breakfast. That's it. I work during the day. I go practice. I go train. I come back in the evening. My wife doesn't give a crap about golf. If we're watching TV, we're definitely not watching YouTube Golf. We're watching something else. So even me, I get like 30 minutes of YouTube Golf time a day. It takes me like 4 days to watch like the YouTube Skins game. That one took me almost a week to watch. So that means everything else that was uploaded in that week, I'm just not watching. So Rick has a good point here where it's like there is just so much choice, and it's good for the viewer because you get to pick what you want best, but it does make it hard for the creator. But where I kind of like, I don't want to say I disagree, but I just like, that's just life. That's just any business. Like, you know, you want, if you have the best product, people are like, if we go over and we look at someone who's very much succeeding in the current culture, Grant Horvat, like, I mean, people are tuning into his videos. He doesn't have a single video under 500,000 views. He barely has a single video in his last 10 videos under 1 million views. So, you know, Bryson DeChambeau, same thing. If we go over to Bryson DeChambeau's channel, he barely has videos get under 2 million views. Like, it's not that YouTube Golf is so big that you can't succeed right now. You absolutely can. But it's people like, you know, who have been here since the days of like literally you could upload anything. and get views. It's not the case anymore. And even if they are really good videos, it's like, you know, Rick is going to have a hard time competing against Bryson DeChambeau. That's just the facts. It's Bryson freaking DeChambeau. And Grant Horvat is, you know, he's kind of just like maybe like a younger, he's pulling more of the young audience than Rick. I don't know what it would be, but because he makes, you know, moderately similar content. The difference is with Grant is, if we look at Grant, he will never upload a video that's going to get less than 200,000 views. He's not doing the widespreadness of Rick, and maybe that's also working against him a little bit. But anyways, it's just interesting to hear Rick saying this because he's been around forever, and, you know, like I said, he makes a ton of content. His views have been up and down recently, but, you know, it's not like he's doing anything incredibly different than he was doing before when he was getting a ton of views. There's just more people watching.
Unless it's excellent, it might not get watched.
Yeah.
The fear is it gets a little bit more like Netflix. So you go onto Netflix, you sit down for the evening, what am I going to watch? And all of a sudden, if you go on there without an idea about what you want to watch, you're scrolling for half an hour
so much
without watching anything.
Yeah.
And then you end up watching something that you watched like 6 years ago that you know is kind of safe.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's two things that have happened, really. I think, and this might not be a popular opinion, I think Mr. Beast has damaged YouTube a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he kind of ruined it.
And
like,
that,
he's done amazing things for him, the channel, and he's shown what could be done, but the fundamental aspects of what YouTube is, what it used to be, has completely shifted.
And this I like, again, I kind of like agree with, disagree with, where it's like, I don't think Mr. Beast has ruined YouTube. I think Mr. Beast has created a culture where people strive for excellence with their videos, and you can't have a B quality video succeed. Like, it has to be an absolute unbelievable one-of-one banger to get like big views. But like, that's kind of a good thing. Like, you want creators making the best videos possible, and if creators want to get a ton of views and be the biggest, that's what they have to do. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I came into YouTube not long before Mr. Beast, but before Mr. Beast was where he was. I came into it Casey Neistat, daily vlogging. I think that's what Pete is referencing, where it's like YouTube was kind of like, for a long time, it was more like relationship based. Like, you had relationship based creators who you kind of got to know through their content. You were invested in them, their journey, their life. You'd watch them. It didn't have to be this like crazy big over the top production, and you could still watch and enjoy the content. Whereas now, people are just clicking for ideas. If you don't have the idea, it literally doesn't matter. Like, I say all this about Grant. Grant's uploading great ideas. Grant and Rick it's not like Grant, I don't think, is bigger than Rick. I think Grant just uploads less videos a little with better ideas right now, and that's why he gets so many more views. But like, if Rick just uploaded, like, if we can literally go through and like, you know, Grant uploads maybe once a week. Rick uploads like some weeks 3 times a week. And if we just take out, like, literally, if we just take his best videos, this one was 6 days ago, if we take this video, 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 and we scrap these 4 videos on the right here, you're like, wow, Rick Shiels is doing amazing. But it's because he still uploads these like lesser ideas. But my point in saying this is, like, Grant could also do this. If Grant uploaded a tiny driver video, it would get the exact same amount of views. He's not going to get more views than Rick Shiels if it's just not a great idea. So that's where YouTube has changed. It doesn't matter that it's Rick Shiels. It doesn't matter that it's Grant Horvat. It doesn't matter who the creator is. If the idea is awesome, the video isn't going to get views. Whereas back in the day, again, Casey would get 1 million views per day on daily uploaded vlogs with no ideas. Like, nobody was clicking on it for the ideas. Everyone was just clicking on it for like the culture of it, to like be involved in it. And there is a special place in YouTube like that, but like, I would also argue that's not dead. Like, we had Sam Sulek come up, Sam whatever. His channel kind of popped off, I think probably like a year and a bit ago is when he really started getting popular. He's definitely down a ton in views, but also it's like, you know, these things come in waves. But I mean, still being able to pull over 100,000 views most days on videos. But like, again, he came up 3.8 million subscribers. This was a year ago. He got $4.2 million on a 57-minute video with really not a ton of ideation, not a great thumbnail, like, and it's just him talking to the camera. So I don't know. There is potential for it, but I do think YouTube Golf is in this place right now where ideation is number one. And right now, if you want to succeed currently, that's what's most important. But I do think it will balance out over time. I do kind of think this is a pendulum shift it's gonna break at some point. I just think so. Anyway, keep
Nothing shocks anyone anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, you could put anything, the most incredible thing. I think like Bryson versus Donald Trump, like now, anything after that golf related, you're like, well, you've got like probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous person in the world.
In Bryson.
And
And Trump. I think Bryson, what he's done for YouTube golf is amazing. Like, there was always going to be a YouTube as a tour pro that was going to kill it on YouTube. That was inevitable. Again, I'm surprised it took longer than what it did.
Yeah.
And I think Bryson needed to take a little bit of time to find his feet, and then once he has done, he's done unbelievably well. It's just like this shock factor at the moment. Like, let's say, we've done this $100,000 skins game this week. In YouTube world, it gets lost.
Yeah.
Done it?
Yeah.
Genuinely, in YouTube world, in golf, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
In YouTube world, and that's not taking any disrespect away from the event that we've been at this week. It was unbelievable. But it's like, unless it's $1 billion, even $1 billion, does that shock people anymore?
Yeah.
If Mr. Beast put on, I'm going to make one of my fans a billionaire. Well, great.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm gonna send one of my subscribers to Mars. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, think of an original idea, please.
Yeah.
But I think that's the challenge, and I think this. So, like, when I started, I reckon there was maybe 4 or 5 channels on YouTube golf.
Yeah.
When Pete started, probably a year later, there was probably 10 or 11, if that.
Yeah, probably not that many. Realistically,
there's now 900 plus golf YouTube channels.
Blew my mind when he said that, and I believe him. Like, Rick is definitely in the stats and in the numbers with this stuff. Like, 900 plus you, that is crazy. It puts into people, and so many people message me, and I see so many just like random videos popping up on my feed every once in a while. Like, so many people want to do it, but in order to do it, you have to do something original that sets you apart from everyone else. But it's like, what is left? Like, truly, because we're limited in a lot of ways by this game of golf, where at the end of the day, you're likely going to have to play golf in some way. It's like, how many more ways can you play golf in a way that like actually is interesting and that like takes personality out of it and creates an idea that's big enough and exciting enough for people to really get behind? And it's like, I don't know what the answer is. It's honestly nuts. It's honestly nuts where it is. But yeah, to hear that 900 plus YouTube golf channels, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
How are people finding time to watch all the content?
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
well, they're not. No.
No, they'll definitely just have their sort of like, their main people they'll watch, I imagine, sort of thing. But yeah.
I think, like, say,
I mean, yeah, the way it works for me is I have like two channels that I'll like watch pretty much. Like, if there is a really cool big video that comes out from someone, I'll watch it. So again, that's where idea makes sense. But like, even those 2 channels that I really, really like, I'm not going to watch every video they put out. I don't like them that much. I'm not that attached to their personalities. And again, that's the difference. Is like, it used to be like, if you liked Rick Shiels, you literally just watched everything he uploaded because there wasn't that much else to choose from. So if Rick uploaded video, you're like, great. But that's what I meant at the beginning, when it's like his views have gone down because people don't do that anymore. Nobody's just going to watch a Rick Shiels video just because it's Rick Shiels. It has to be an idea that's better than Grant's most recent video, that's better than Brian Bro's most recent video, that's better than Good Goods, that's better than XYZ, Bryson's XYZ creator. And that's crazy. That's hard. That's hard to do.
So I think and that's not doom and gloom. I think the audience is benefiting. I just think the shock factor of things are getting less. I think YouTube has got tighter recently because I think creators are starting to understand there's only going to be a certain amount of creators soon.
Yeah.
I think there has to be. I think the top creators have to blend together and think fast to stay on top, is my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're seeing a lot more now.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
why, like, say, there's so many more collaborations now. There's so many different, channels that kind of working together. There's these content weeks. There's the one that we did with Seb a few weeks ago. There's this one with the Brian Bros. I think obviously professional golf is getting very interested in YouTube golf, as we've seen. Like, I think that's kind of maybe going to be a shift in the future. I think we could run events that are as big as tour events. If I'm honest, I think we could get more fans than most tour events if we thought long and hard about it. But then, how long does that last? And does everyone want to do that? I don't know if I do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be something I'd be asked about, really, doing live events. Moving around like a traveling circus to all these different places. I don't think that's where I want to be.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe.
Well, that's also like those events I think we've seen are like, it's not why we watch YouTube golf. Like, we watch YouTube golf still for the interactions, the personalities, the intimacy. As soon as you put them in a professional setting where the cameras are so far back and you're just watching them hit golf shots, like the Creator Classic was pretty boring. Like pretty much every live golf event has been kind of boring because it's just like, it's not why we watch those people play golf. And if you want to watch golf like that, you're going to watch people who are so much better than YouTube golfers. And it's good the PGA Tour live. Like you can watch really good professional golf in that way. So I don't know. It is interesting. Rick's point about the collaborations. I mean, it's so evident. Like literally every video right now is like a 6-man collaboration. I think it gives a lot of homage to why Good was so successful. Like Good kind of came up with that idea of, well, I don't know what came up with, but they really like forced in and put effort into that idea of like you're only making videos with a bunch of people in them for the variance of personalities and whatever, and they blew up from it. And now everyone else is kind of having to copy that, where it's like you see, you know, groups of 6 different creators plus coming together for every single video. Every single video right now is a collaboration, and that's just kind of where it has to be. But what I think will probably happen, I think Rick kind of said this, but it's like there's just going to be a squeezing out where it's like it feels like there's like 20 decent sized channels right now, but what's going to happen is the cream is going to rise to the top and it's just going to pinch, and there's going to be the bottom 15 channels that just can't afford to like keep traveling, keep making YouTube videos. You know, they're going to just go get regular jobs. They're going to be squeezed out, and then we're going to be left with the 5 best. We're going to be left with the Brysons, the Grants, the whoever else is going to like stay at that top level, and other people are going to get squeezed out, and then we're going to be back in a place where, oh, okay, there's not that many people putting up videos. Because I don't think a lot of people understand how expensive it is for a lot of these creators, especially now that the standard is like every video has to be like, you have to travel somewhere, you have to film with someone, you have to whatever. Like, you know, we're talking about minimum like $5,000 to $10,000 expensed videos, probably more than that. And if you're not pulling, you know, 100,000 views minimum, then you're probably not making that money back. And, you know, it's going to reach a point for these creators where, like, again, the cream is going to rise to the top. The people who just keep seeing their views down are probably just going to quit. They're going to get squeezed out, or they're just going to make like casual videos every once in a while, and we'll have, you know, an upper echelon of like 5 creators making really huge videos that, you know, are the most viewed, and then we'll have a bunch of creators getting 20,000 views a video, just kind of like making whatever. So I don't know. It's kind of what I think is going to happen.
I think for YouTube Golf, on a positive sense, I think that's been one of the benefits that we've had from the professional game kind of eating itself a little bit. Because realistically, you know, 10 years ago, when we started doing the channels, it was, again, information based. You know, it wasn't about entertainment. If you wanted golf entertainment, you would watch tour pros, you would watch pro events, you would watch live sport. That's the whole kind of point of it. Yeah. Whereas if you ask someone now, said, if you want,
I was going to say, you know whose channel is probably not hurting at all right now is like James Robinson, or like those like informational based golf channels. Like they probably don't feel any of this. This is like purely on the entertainment side of YouTube golf, in my opinion.
Watch golf. If you want to be entertained, what is it you watch? The shift towards YouTube is absolutely astronomical. Like really, YouTube golf, without being too, you know, self-serving and blowing smoke up our own arse, that's where you would go if you want to watch golf content.
Yeah.
You don't wait around for a 4-day event anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it depends who you are. Like, I 100% prefer professional golf at the highest level, like watching the Masters, over watching the $100,000 skins game. Like, the $100,000 skins game was incredible, but it's great because it wasn't on against the Masters. But if you told me I could only watch one, the $100,000 skins game or the Masters, I'm still watching the Masters. So I don't think YouTube golf has like killed pro golf yet by any means. But it's also personality driven, right? Like I care. I'm a competitive golfer. I play golf competitively. I desire to, you know, get better at that, you know, at that game in that way. Whereas like the vast majority of us watching YouTube golf don't care like that. So maybe for you guys it's different, but I don't know. I still think that like, I don't know if there's a YouTube golf video that would like compete over like the Masters for like a lot of, but again, I think I'm probably in the minority there. I think Pete's probably right, to be honest. I think that's probably just me.
I mean, yeah, from an entertainment standpoint for sure.
Yeah, but
I mean,
bar the majors and that. Like, is what you mean.
Oh yeah. The majors, the big events. Yeah.
Bar the majors and, but yeah.
Still,
I know what you mean.
The actual viewership is unbelievable. So I think we're going to get more and more eyeballs coming in, but it is that saturation. when you go on YouTube, where you're going to go.
I think just there's a lot of YouTube in general is like that.
Yeah.
I'll go on YouTube and not want to watch golf content, just watch normal content. It's like, where do I even start?
Yeah, there's a lot.
And the amount of times I've watched a video.
I feel that too. Like I've moved more towards like streaming services, and like I finished Game of Thrones. I watched House of Dragon. I hadn't seen that. I've never seen Stranger Things. I went back and watched Stranger Things. Like, and I was finding so much more enjoyment out of that, because when I go on YouTube Golf now, it's like it's kind of almost become too TikTok-y, where it's like I watch 5 minutes of a video and then I'm like, my brain goes, okay, I'm bored. What's next? And then I go try and find another video, and like my homepage right now is like, it's so weird. It's such a weird mix of like just random videos that I have a hard time finding it. It's like, again, every once in a while, like 2 times a week probably, there's like a yes video, like a $100,000 skins match, Bryson and Tom Brady, like whatever. There's a video where I'm like, yes, I'm watching that, but, or an interview with like a creator I really like, or, a podcast or whatever. But it's not like I can log on to YouTube every day and be satisfied with what I'm going to click on, because it's just so much. And it's like, yeah, you don't really know where to start. So it's interesting.
And I'm like, I've never seen this creator before. Click on it, watch a video, but that was amazing. Are they a new channel?
Been doing it for...
They've got 20 million subs.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell did you come from?
Yeah.
But there's just so many channels on YouTube. I mean, it's mind-blowing. It really is. The amount of hours of footage that get uploaded to YouTube every day is just mind-blowing.
I find it.
I think the real winner is YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% it is, yeah.
They always come back to win.
Yeah.
They're always winning.
I find it really interesting when, like, when we speak about Danny Maud, and like none of the American of course you can have some American guys like.
I like it. Gives you permission to drink.
Yeah. I don't know why he's on.
I've got a lot of diseases.
Yeah.
I don't want to pass it.
But yeah, like they haven't heard of him, and he's like a 1.4 million subscribed channel. It's like, it's wild. Like it's crazy.
I think Danny fits a very different mold in subscribers.
Yeah.
I think Danny's done an amazing job. I think Danny's done such a great job. I think he's an unbelievable content creator, and I think he stuck with a pattern. It's coaching content once a week, and it's really good coaching content.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
I would actually quite like to live his life. If I'm dead honest with you. Danny, if you want to swap.
I've gone back and forth with that so many times with me personally, where it's like, for the same reasons. It's like I've tried putting out course videos. I've put out course videos that have done like, decent by my standards. Even like the tournament content, like I spent a lot of money paying someone to come out and film my tournament videos and do all that, and like they did okay, but I can sit here and I can just talk to you guys, and I can get like, anywhere from like 5 to 50,000 views just sitting here talking to you. Whereas like if I'm going and putting out an on-course video, like I have to like spend a ton of money and hope for 5,000 views, and like that's just me and my scale, right? All these creators are on different scales, but what I'm talking about is like I found a format that really works, which is great, and I enjoy it, and it's like I've tried to deviate from it a little bit in the past to pursue other things and whatever, and like I know there's a bigger ceiling. Like if I could become a like playing YouTube golf creator, one of these entertainment YouTube golf creators, I think the ceiling would be higher. But I'm also like really happy with my life right now. Like I have, a job that I love. I love doing this. I think I was, one of my natural talents is talking and holding court and being able to do this. Not everyone can do this. Not everyone can sit and unedited talk to a camera for like 30 minutes and keep people's attention. So obviously like this is something I'm good at, and I think it's what I should be doing. But it's also like I just enjoy it, and not really anyone else is doing it in this way. And if you can find something like that, like he's talking about Danny Maud finding his once a week just pure coaching, life gets kind of simpler versus like always having to chase the carrot of like I love personally not relying on anyone else for this content. Like I don't have to like be at the heat of other creators to try to get collabs just to get views, and I don't have to travel every week, and I literally probably put 6 hours a day into like my body, whether it be like mobility or training and obviously golfing and recovery. And I'm trying to be a pro athlete right now. Like I don't know if I'm actually trying to play pro golf, but like I'm living that life because I'm doing this. So it's like I think the thing that's getting robbed from these top creators is like any work-life balance at all. Like Grant guaranteed is on the road 4 times a week, like traveling all around. And like, don't get me wrong, Grant is filthy rich and I am absolutely not. I am just like a pretty normal upper middle class citizen, but like I'm super happy with that. And that works for me right now. So, you know, and if you want to be at that level, you have to make those sacrifices, sure. But like, I don't know, maybe Rick's kind of seeing now, he's a little older, he's got a family, he's like, I wouldn't be surprised maybe if Rick just like doesn't travel anymore. He just sticks to the hit channel. Like Rick could make an absolute comfortable living, especially with all he's already made in his back catalog of videos, by just staying at home, doing club reviews once a week on the hit channel, twice a week on the hit channel, doing his podcast, like boom, normal cushy life. I could kind of actually see that happening, but you know.
I'm ready to swap, mate. I'm ready to check out. I'll make a video in my back garden shed once a week.
Danny does seem to have like just cracked the code, doesn't he?
Really do.
Yeah, and I'm happy for him. I am happy for him. Like genuinely nice guy.
All right, well, there's another one. I'm not going to watch it because otherwise this video will be like 45 minutes long. But there's another one right here. Grant Horvat, future YouTube golf. Similar-ish things, just talking about it being a little oversaturated. I don't think Grant has much to worry about. I mean, he's the biggest. He keeps on his path. You know, him and Bryson, they're going to crush. Phil coming into it. Like, I think it's just we're in this weird point right now. We're in this weird point right now where there's a lot of creators vying for that top spot, but not other than like Grant and Bryson, no one's really squeezed themselves up into that upper echelon. But I think right now we're here. And this is going to turn into the B list, and there's going to be an A list. And right now, that A list is Bryson and Grant. They squeeze themselves up, and now it's going to be a battle over the next 6 months to what other channels can squeeze up there. Those other channels are going to be the ones that get over 300,000 views. The other channels are going to drop to like 40,000 views a video, and that's just where they're going to be at forever. And I do think we're going to see this big separation. So I don't know, that's kind of my prediction. Obviously there's too much content right now and the creators are feeling and suffering, and you know, creators aren't going to want to, like even a creator like Rick, like he might not want to keep spending all this money and traveling all this time when he could just go make his hit videos, get 100,000 views a video, upload twice a week, have his podcast, and just be like super comfortable and live a great life with his family. Like, I don't know. People want different things. That sounds great to me. So that's why I'm doing this. So I don't know. It doesn't say we're not going to like try and experiment and do different things, and other creators are too. That's part of it. But it's going to be very interesting. Comment your thoughts down below on what you think and where you think this is all going. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you later.